Hi, welcome to the Whiskey Catapult, where we catapult around the world trying whiskeys from all over the world. So today, we're catapulting back over to the States, specifically Colorado. So this is Distillery 291. They're based out of Colorado Springs, and this is a rather interesting bottle. So this is their small batch bourbon whiskey that's finished with Aspen wood staves. So it's 50% ABV. They've got all their stickers on the bottom for it for different competitions that they've won. Now it doesn't say that these are necessarily for this specific spirit. They all say Craft Producer of the Year, Double Gold. So, but they don't mention that it was for this specific whiskey. And I've seen some of their other bottles, and they've kind of got the labels on here too. So they're very proud of what they've done, and why wouldn't you be? But this is specifically batch number 43, and is bottle 90 out of 1,226. So pretty good run for this one. But I want to give this one a try because I really like Breckenridge Distillery from Colorado and Breckenridge. They have a higher elevation than where this one's going to be at, but it's just kind of interesting to see the different influence of different areas, different states, different elevation, etc. But I am a sucker for anything that's a cask finish in different wood types or different wine types, just anything that you don't normally see on the market. And Aspen Oak Staves is one that I've never heard of before or seen before. So they definitely got me with that one, so we'll see how well it actually does. So it gets a little of that regular brown sugar note that's usually get from bourbon. There's like almost a vegetal wood note. Like I can smell the aspen. If you've ever been to Colorado or any of that kind of mountainous area that has aspen oak trees, that wood gives off a specific smell. If you go to like some of the furniture shops there, craft shops where they have aspen that's made like chairs or tables or stuff like that, that's what I'm getting. So it's definitely had some influence in here. Let's give it a try. That is right in the face. It's kind of a vegetal bitterness. You get the aspen spice. There's still a little bit of sweetness in there. Maybe it's kind of like a bitter chocolate, like a bitter dark chocolate. If you had the chocolate bars that are like 95% cacao, it's that kind of bitterness that I'm getting in there. Because there's still a little bit of chocolate notes on there, but yeah. Finish is okay. It lingers for a little while, but it's almost kind of sharp. I don't know how else to describe that. Let's see. Yeah, it feels. I don't know if over oaked is quite the right term, but I definitely think the aspen influence is a little too much. It's really overpowering. I have a hard time getting to some of the other flavors that are in there. But I've not had their regular bourbon release. I know they have quite a few different offerings. They've got some cask strength versions, their entry level bourbons. But like I said, this one stuck out. I'm a sucker for different oaks and stuff like that. Like I've been a big fan of the Chinkman oak has been one that's been hitting the market a lot recently. That one's really good. I've had a couple Amberana cask ones that are pretty good. That one's either like it or you hate it. And thankfully the ones that I've had I've enjoyed. But it's definitely a situational finish. And this one's kind of in that same realm, but I honestly can't think of too many situations where I'd be reaching for this bottle. So I added a little bit of water just a few drops. See if that opened up a little bit. No. That Aspen note is just coming through really strong. It doesn't say how long it was finished for with the Aspen wood staves. I wish they gave that information, but this is batch 43, so it's definitely they've had plenty of times to kind of work out the kinks on that. And I guess this is just where they thought that it fits. But for me personally, it's just a little too much. I'm not getting much of the classic bourbon notes you normally get, even with a finished product. Even with Amberana cast finish, like I can get the brown sugars, that sweetness that you get from like a classic bourbon, but this one's a little too overpowering for me. So I bought this one for $80, and I probably bought it like 2 years ago. And I have not drinking much of it, as you can see. This is a bottle that I usually bring to share with my friends, have them give it a try. And I think that's what a good use of this bottle would be, is if you're with a whiskey group or hanging out with friends and you're looking for different bottles to kind of try and experience. This is not a bad one for like, hey, let's all pitch in $5-10, get a bottle, share it between the group. And if someone likes it, it can go home with them. But y'all get to try it. I would recommend trying this one at like a bar if they have it available, or even if you're in Colorado Springs, the Distillery, give it a try. Like, it's unique, it's different, and if you like unique and different, I usually do, but this one's just not hitting for me. So it could just be my profile, but I don't know. As a recommendation, I'd recommend passing on this one. It's probably better to try some of their regular releases, either their cast strength or their regular bourbon. And this is one that, try it at the Distillery. If you find it at a local bar, try it there. But I can't recommend buying this one for the price. It just doesn't. It's too strong. And I don't even know what to do with it after this, in all honesty. This is probably one that I'm just going to bring out with friends and different people and share it as much as I can, because it's too strong and overwhelming to be used as a mixer. And I might give my hand at trying a few different like old-fashioned cocktails or something to see if I can make it work in that regard, but I don't really have a whole lot of interest in drinking this one neat, at least not on a regular basis. Yeah, it's that vegetal oak note. Like the staves they used were like really fresh and young, and they didn't let it kind of dry out a little bit. That's just what I'm picking up. So yeah, not for me personally. So yeah, it'd be a pass. But like I said, it's interesting enough to give it a try. If you can get a pour at a bar for like, I don't know, $5 or $10, it's probably worth it that just to try something unique and different. But full-size bottle, nah, I can't recommend it. So it's a bummer. But if you like this review, hit that like button and subscribe to see where we catapult off to next. Cheers.